Yeah, because
how do you feel watching it? Because, like, I mean, considering you're Palestinian, like, when you watch, like, Hamas do it to Israel, like, how do you feel when you see that?
Yeah, when I see that, it's like, well, fuck, you know? Well, here's the analogy I've been giving people.
Yeah.
So, are you familiar with Nat Turner?
No.
You know who Nat Turner is? So, Nat Turner, this is actually an analogy by my man Ahmedzad. He made a video about this. I'm like, wow, that's a great comparison. So, Nat Turner was a slave in the 1800s, right? And he's really famous. He led a slave revolt. And so he gathered like 300 slaves, and they went into the master's houses, and they fucking killed them. They fucking killed their wives. They killed all their children. Really horrible stuff, right? And you could look back at that and you could be like, oh, fuck, bro, I wish that didn't happen, you know? But you can't look back at it and be like, well, shit, because they did that, slavery's justified, you know? You can't do that. That's not the comparison. What you do is instead you look and you think, like, damn, what could make somebody fucking do that? Like, what could make another human being do that to another human being? You know, which is what I think. It's like you watch that shit and you're like, fuck, that's, you know, that's fucking shitty, bro. That's shitty. But like, god damn, dude, that guy probably lost 15 family members in bombings. You know, he probably has nothing left to live for.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's kind of the perspective that I watch. It was like, fuck, this sucks, bro. You know, nobody.
We're like the opposite, bro. I'm like, I sound like a devil right now, dude. Like, wait. Hundreds of people are being murdered, like.
Well, and I know too, dude. I know too that as a Palestinian, it's a bad look.
Right.
It's not a great look,
right.
You know. And also, you know that the retaliation is gonna be crazy. And so, like, my timeline, our timelines are obviously very different, probably. So, like,
our timelines is in like individually or like with like the
like our social media feed.
Oh, right,
you
right,
know?
right.
Let me fucking turn this down.
How
rude of me. I've never done a podcast before. Phone ringer. So our timelines are very different. So like right now, my timeline's full of like videos of people picking up their babies out of the rubble in Gaza.
Uh-huh.
And I fucking hate watching that shit.
Damn,
you
right,
know? So
dude.
it's like, and they like, you see like, I've never seen so many dead babies in my life, dead children. And it's just like, I don't want to watch it, but I feel guilty. I'm like, you have to, these are your people, bro. You have to watch it, you know?
Dude, wow. That's a great point of view. Like not even point, like that's profound because the timeline thing itself is like what we consume is
of
like
course,
what
bro.
Is what like kind of dictates our opinion. Wow, bro. That just shows how easily manipulated we are as humans because my timeline is the Israel getting striked and missiled, and like getting a bunch of like women and children getting kidnapped and sent to Gaza with like in cages.
Yeah.
So in my brain, it's like, okay, like I'm the victim, and then you're watching it like I'm the victim.
100%.
You know what I mean? So it's like even just like the content we're looking like. Because here's the thing: you're not looking up Hamas missile launching and killing millions of or hundreds of Israelis. You're looking up like Gaza affected by like war, Palestine affected by war.
And it's not even like I'm looking it up. It's just what pops up on my timeline because of who I follow and
the algorithm.
And the algorithm, they know who you are.
Bro, the algorithm has probably a huge fucking factor into this.
It's nuts, bro.
It's like because the algorithm knows your origin.
Yeah.
Like, the algorithm has every detail about you. And wouldn't it be crazy to think that even just like it has the slightest power to be like, all right, this is a Palestinian audience, this is an Israeli audience. We're going to give the Israeli audience all of this content that says Palestine is bad.
Yeah.
And we're going to give Palestine all this content that says Israel is bad. And that's going to continue the war. And that's going to drive more money for the rich who probably run the algorithm.
100%.
And then the war is going to continue happening and make a lot more oil for Biden.
100%.
Biden is the algorithm, dude.
That motherfucker, dude.
But here's the thing. The algorithm, we think it's random, right?
It's not, bro.
But it has to have some controlled power.
Yeah.
Because what even is random? You know what I mean? Like there has to be money behind the algorithm. You know what I mean? Like,
of course, man.
And by money, I mean like not just like, oh, this ad is doing well, but more just like, oh, like this is gonna make money for X country, for our country.
That's why data selling is so big, bro.
Oh,
everybody, like all these companies that get your data and then they sell it.
Oh shit!
You
right,
know,
right,
they're
right.
selling what you're into. They're selling what your interests are. So people know you better. They know how to advertise to you.
Yes,
you know,
that's the whole cookies thing.
Fucking cookies.
So maybe like we're like, 'cause here's the thing. So if you think about it, then that means that the wars would rely on the algorithm. Because if you think about it like this, if we're manipulated by what we consume, and the majority of what we consume is like the feed on our phones,
yeah,
and what the algorithm pushes out to us, then that means that if let's say right now what the algorithm is prioritizing and pushing is like, all right, Israeli people, or like people who have like Israel and like their interests, or like let's say if it knows our interests, it knows where we're from, right? Okay, so we're gonna send all the Israeli audiences stuff that say Palestine is bad, Israel is going through a fuck ton. And then we're going to send all the Palestinians like, oh, Israel is bad, Palestine is going through a lot, support Palestine. Israel's getting support Israel.
Yeah.
What if they mixed it and they were like, all right, we're going to start sending Israel like all the shit that's happening in Palestine that's bad, and we're going to start sending Palestine all the shit that Israel's saying. It's like reverse the marketing campaign.
Right? But that wouldn't be good for money.
Right, exactly. It wouldn't be good for money. It wouldn't be good for like the war business, and then all these big rich people who are collecting all the money from the algorithm wouldn't thrive.